In which town the Supreme Court was established for the first time under the Regulating Act of 1773? Answer is option D, Calcutta. Friends, the Supreme Court at Calcutta was established on 22nd October 1774 by the Regulating Act of 1773. The drawback of this act was that the powers of the Supreme Court were not clearly defined. It replaced the Mayor's Court of Calcutta. Sir Elijah Impey was the first judge of this court. Lemaster was also a puissant judge of the Supreme Court of Calcutta. Which act for the first time made it possible for Indians to take some share in the administration of their country? Answer is option D, Indian Councils Act 1861. Friends, if you understand in detail, the Indian Council Act 1861 made it possible for Indians to take some part in the administration of their country. On the basis of this act, Viceroy Lord Canning introduced the portfolio system. This act gave the Governor General the power to issue ordinances. It was through this act that the British introduced the policy of association or liberal despotism. Which of the following acts gave legislative councils the power to discuss the budget? Answer is option C, Indian Councils Act 1892. Which act introduced a bicameral legislature in the center? Answer is option B, 1919 Act. Friends, the central legislature was made more powerful and more representative by this act. The act introduced a bicameral legislature, the lower house or central legislative assembly, and the upper house or council of state. The legislators under the new reforms could now ask questions and supplementary, pass adjournment motions, and vote a part of the budget, but 75% of the budget was still not votable. By which act the President is given the power to issue ordinances? Answer is option A, Government of India Act 1935. Friends, the power of the President to issue ordinances in the Indian Constitution is inspired by Section 42 of the Government of India Act 1935. At present, this power is given under Article 123 of the Constitution. By which of the following acts diarchy at the state was abolished? Answer is option A, Government of India Act 1935. Friends, the Government of India Act of 1935 is also called the blueprint of the Indian Constitution. This act ended the diarchy in the provinces and introduced provincial autonomy in its place. This act abolished the system of provincial diarchy and suggested the establishment of diarchy at the center and a federation of India consisting of the provinces of British India and most of the princely states. Which of the following acts laid the foundation for the federal system in India? Answer is option D, Government of India Act 1935. Friends, if you like the video, then do not forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. The federal system proposed under the Government of India Act 1935 was. Answer is option A, All India Federation. Friends, if you understand in detail, the Government of India Act of 1935 provided for the establishment of an All India Federation consisting of province and princely states as units. The act divided the powers between the center and units in terms of three lists, like federal list for center with 59 items, provincial list for provinces with 54 items, concurrent list for both with 36 items. Residuary powers were given to the Viceroy. The distribution of powers between the center and the states in the Indian Constitution is based on the scheme provided in their. Answer is option B, Government of India Act 1935. Friends, the features of this act were as follows. It provided for the establishment of an all India federation consisting of provinces and princely states as units. It abolished diarchy in the provinces and introduced provincial autonomy in its place. It provided for the adoption of diarchy at the center. It introduced bicameralism in 6 out of 11 provinces. The proposal to frame the Constitution of India by an elected Constituent Assembly was first made by. Answer is option D, by the British Cabinet delegation. Friends, if we understand in detail, the Cripps Mission 1942 first proposed to create the Constitution of India. The Cripps Mission Member Commission came to India on 22nd March 1942. Its chairman was Sir Stafford Cripps. The Cripps proposals indirectly accepted the demand for Pakistan, due to which it was being rejected by the Congress. The Constituent Assembly of India was formed in. Answer is option C, 1946. Friends, the Constituent Assembly of India was formed in 1946 under the Cabinet Mission Plan. Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946 first proposed the Constituent Assembly. Members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by the provincial legislative assemblies. After the partition of India, the number of members of the Constituent Assembly came to 299, of whom 284 were actually present on the 26th November 1949 and signed on the final approved Constitution of India Assembly were had been elected for undivided India. Under the Cabinet Mission Plan, the total strength of the Constituent Assembly was. Answer is option B, 389. Friends, in 1946, under the Cabinet Mission Plan, out of 389 seats, 296 were from British India and 93 were from the princely states. The first meeting was held on 9 December 1946 with Sachidanand Sinha as the temporary president. The second meeting was held on 11th December 1946 with Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the permanent president and B.N. Rao as the constitutional advisor. The third meeting was held on 13 December 1946 with the preamble presented by Jawaharlal Nehru. The preamble was passed on 22nd January 1947. Who among the following was appointed as the defense minister in the interim government in 1946? Answer is option C, Baldev Singh. Who was the finance minister in the interim government? Answer is option A, Liaquat Ali Khan. In the context of the interim government 1946 of India, Liaquat Ali Khan was holding the portfolio of finance. The interim government was headed by Jawaharlal Nehru. The Constituent Assembly began its session on 9th December 1946 AD. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected its president. The first meeting of Constituent Assembly was held on. Answer is option D, 9th December 1946. The idea of a Constituent Assembly was put forward for the first time by M.N. Roy. The Constituent Assembly met for the first time in New Delhi on 9 December 1946 in the Constitution Hall, which is now known as the Central Hall of Parliament House. The Constituent Assembly took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete the drafting of the Constitution. Who for the first time framed the draft of the Indian Constitution? Answer is option B, B.N. Rao. Friends, if we understand in detail, Constituent Assembly had appointed 22 committees and assigned different issues to deal with. These committees submitted their reports between April and August 1947. Then, based on these reports, B.N. Rao, the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly, drafted the initial draft of the Indian Constitution in October 1947. The draft contained 240 clauses and 13 schedules. Who was the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly? Answer is option A, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. On blank, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru introduced the Objectives Resolution in Constituent Assembly. Answer is option C, 13th December 1946. Who was the first lady governor of independent India? Answer is option A, Sarojini Naidu. Friends, Sarojini Naidu was often referred to as the Nightingale of India or Bharat Kokila. In 1925, she became the first Indian woman president of the Indian National Congress. During the plague epidemic in India, the British government awarded her the Kaisar-e-Hind medal for her work. The minimum age to be a member of Legislative Council should be blank years. Answer is option D, 30. Legislative Council is also known as the upper house of the state. The states which have the legislative councils are Bihar, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. There must be a minimum of 40 members. 1/3 of members are elected by the state legislative assembly. 1/6 members are nominated by the government of the state.